You're listening to Independent TV 7. Kindly click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Independent TV 7. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get more notification. Thanks for watching. Yeah, breaking news. Finally, Governor of Enugu State, Governor Ugwuanyi, signs anti-open grazing bill into law. Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State has signed the anti-open grazing bill into law at the Government House in Enugu. The bill, which is for a law, prohibits open grazing, regulates cattle ranching, and for connected purpose, was recently passed by the Enugu State House of Assembly. It was recalled that the leader of the House, retired Honorable Ikechukwu Ezeugu, had also explained after the passage of the bill that it would be cited as the prohibition of open grazing and cattle ranching law of Enugu State after the governor's assent. Governor Ugwuanyi's assent to this bill is expected to improve security and peace in the state. Yes, it's a good development that Governor of Enugu State has deemed it fit to make sure he signs the anti-open open grazing law into the bill in his own state, Enugu State. But there are some in the northern part of the country which are the governors or leaders of the northern part. They are furious. They have been furious since when the 17 southern states had a meeting concerning these Fulani herdsmen invading people's farm and encroaching into their farm and killing so many people. They said, why would they ban open grazing? Well, in a nutshell, open grazing simply means from taking your cow from one place to another, and they said it is a taboo or is unlawful and an abomination to Islam that open grazing should be banned. Maybe they do not really know or understand what open grazing simply means. The southern governors had meetings both in Asaba and in Lagos. They banned open grazing. They did not ban cattle rearing at all. Maybe that's where the confusing state is, or the English is confusing to them, because like the southerner would say that most of those that are leaders in the northern part, they are not educated. Most of the position they occupy, they don't merit it. So if you are telling us that open grazing has been banned, does not really mean cattle rearing is being banned. Meanwhile, Malami also was equating grazing of cattle with spare part business. You should know that their brain is faulty and they don't merit that position. If you are talking about cattle rearing, should be in a confined zone. Cattle rearing should be in a ranch. That is what those southern governors did. They said they shouldn't take their cattle and encroach into people's farm and roaming about, that they should rent a ranch or lease a land or also buy a land, and meanwhile they should take care of their cows or animals or livestock in there. If it is the same as those that rear goat or rear ram, if they start taking their ram or encroaching into people's farm from one place to another, will the country or the lives of people be bearable with this kind of act? Because this is a modern age. We are in 21st century, for crying out loud. Cattle rearing or open grazing is outdated, and the reason being that those that call themselves the herdsmen or Fulani herdsmen are encroaching into people's farmland, if not minding the agenda of this present administration. We've been having cattle rearers all our lives in Nigeria. They never had AK-47 with them, but there are some killer herdsmen who hide under the disguise of herders, perpetrating evil, killing, maiming, kidnapping, and doing all sorts. When some persons that call themselves agitators started infuriated, they call on the government of Buhari to come to their aid, to come to their rescue, but nobody could rescue them. Instead, the Fulani herders kept on destroying farmlands, killing people in the southern part of the country and destroying their properties. That was what brought in Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu started agitating for good governance. But since in the absence of good governance, they said they want to secede, that they need the Biafra nation. and in the other way they need the Yoruba nation. These Fulani herders, as it is, they have been rampaging, from one place to another, since they have an agenda, an ulterior motive. So the northern governors, deem it fit that open grazing should not be banned, and Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association also faulted the southern governors that they don't have the right, that the ban of anti-open grazing is ban of open grazing and passing anti-open grazing to bill is unlawful and is demonic to their own understanding. But they have never banned cattle rearing. Even those that sell spare parts in the northern part of the country, they rent their shop, they pay tax, they buy their goods. They also, it's a private business. So if you tell me cattle rearing is a government business, or it's a federal business, it's a lie from the pit of hell, except if Buhari wants to tell us that he's the patron of those killer Fulani herdsmen. As it is, cattle rearing is a private business. They don't pay tax, they don't buy land, they don't even lease land, they just roam from one place to another. The water those cattle drinks, they don't buy it. The food that they eat, where do they get them from? Is from people's farm. Now you are telling the federal government to make sure they provide land for your cattle rearing, which is not possible, because you have not generated any revenue, and they in the northern part, they believe that cattle rearing is their major occupation. And if it's true that is their major occupation, they should register under the Corporate Affairs Commission, so that they can be included in the governance of the federal government, so they can allocate land for them. And meanwhile, in other words, they can start rearing their cattle in a confined zone, and there won't be all these roaming about and killing and disagreement between farmer herders, and there won't be crisis. Well, according to some comments that I'm going to read from this place concerning what Governor Ugwuanyi and assigns into law, this is the only thing I know Governor of the Enugu, Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, has really done as a governor since he emerged as a governor. Story, no be today we dey hear about signing into law, but how many have they implemented? Enugu State is in the hands of God. Well, please sir, sign, who will implement it? Okay, after signing, then implementation should follow. Well, that is a good news and good one from Governor Ugwuanyi. Even though this is the only thing you have achieved for the people of Enugu, it is enough, because we have expected so many things from this governor, but at least he is protecting the lives and properties of the citizens of Enugu State. But come, you have not said anything about this issue of sit at home of a thing, Mr. Governor. Well, somebody is saying at least he is signing something into law. Leave him first, let him start from one place, gradually. Let's see how it unfolds. Well, thanks for your experience, His Excellency. With the people of Enugu State, cattle is not federal government business. Why is Janjaweed Fulani herdsmen disturbing themselves? Well, it is good that you have signed it to bill anti-open grazing bill. Well, Oga Governor, you are in love with your people. God bless and protect your family. Really, you are true son of Igbo land. Well done, His Excellency. Cattle breeding is a serious business. Cows are not supposed to move about anyhow. Yes, in the issue of that, according to those that said in the northern part, they said the constitution says we have freedom of movement from one place to another. The freedom of movement which is embedded in the constitution is for human being and not for animals. So they should take that, and they should be guided about it. Well, thanks for listening, and share your comments in the comment section.